We're joined here today by Robin Brown, the Executive Director of the Grand Junction Economic Partnership. But your last day is August 27th, is that right?
Yep.
So tell us, what I know you're going to CMU next. What are you doing there?
I'm going to be the CEO of the CMU Foundation, which is also the Vice President of Development for the university.
So what does that really entail? What kind of role is that, and what do you hope to accomplish?
So it's fundraising. So it's raising money for programming, capital infrastructure. It also manages the endowment for scholarships. So CMU has a $50 million scholarship endowment, which I don't think most people realize how big that is. And so the distribution of those scholarships, and it also manages the Alumni Association.
I see. Is there something specific that you hope to accomplish while there?
Yes, it's kind of a neat transition from economic development, which I do today, which is creating conditions so that we can grow a really strong and diverse economy. And the most important investment we can make in our economy is human capital. So it's workforce development so that our industries and companies have the employees they need to grow and be successful. And so it's kind of the next step I see in economic development is growing the university, which is our best asset in terms of creating the workforce that we need for the future.
I see. So what prompted this move now? Were you planning to leave?
No. No, I love my job, and anyone who knows me knows that I love my job. And my job today is all about promoting Western Colorado as a great place to do business and a great place to live and raise your family. And CMU is a big partner in that. So I'm always, every time we talk to companies that we're recruiting in or we help local businesses expand, we're always talking about CMU and all of the resources that they have available, and what a fabulous, how lucky we are to have CMU in our community, a major university with an enrollment of 11,000 students. And so when this job became available, I had just different people in the community reach out and suggest that I look into it, and I was not looking for a job at the time. I really like my job. But when I started to really dig into what the job entails and working with, right now I work with CMU, but being able to grow economic development or drive growth through the university was really appealing to me. So I'm really excited about the transition.
Great. I want to talk a little bit about your time at GJEP now. I know you accomplished many things there. One of the biggest things, I think, for the community being moving the BLM headquarters here. What are some of your accomplishments that you're the most proud of?
So what I'm most proud of actually is, because, again, economic development is a team sport. It takes so many partners to grow a strong economy and to create the conditions where a diverse economy grows. So I'd like to think I had a small part of some of that growth, but really GJEP, what I'm really proud of is that the Grand Junction Economic Partnership is in a much better place today than it was when I started. And so we've recruited a number of businesses in over the last 5 years. Which have grown and been successful and continue to be successful. And what's fun is the first crop of businesses that we recruited, almost 4 years ago now have outgrown the facilities that they moved into and now are looking for larger facilities. And so that I'm really proud of. We also weathered COVID pretty well as a community. And again, that involved a lot of partnerships with our other economic development organizations. But I think if you asked across the state about the Grand Junction Economic Partnership, if you asked other EDOs, they would tell you that I think we're one of the most cutting edge economic development organizations in the state. And so we've really kept up with a changing landscape. The world has changed so significantly in the last 18 months. And GJEP has really kept up with that change and really changed our strategy to keep up with the changing times and really implemented really great tools that help us do our job. And so we are just poised for the growth that's coming.
Great. Now, you're obviously leaving, but is there something you would like to see from GJEP moving forward, something you hope they accomplish even once you're gone?
So we're working on a number of really important projects that still have to continue. They weren't my projects, they were GJEP projects. And so it's important to me that, one, we really were tackling freight. So the cost of freight into Grand Junction is really expensive for our manufacturers. And so we are working really closely with the state and CDOT on expanding rail service to Grand Junction. So maybe we could get a lot of all that freight that's currently coming by truck. We're hoping to be able to transition it to rail, which does two things. One, it gets it here cheaper for our companies, but the second thing it does is it alleviates a lot of congestion on I-70, which of course is a major issue
right.
all the time.
But particularly right
now. Yep. And so the freight issue needs to continue forward. We're also looking at an expansion of GJEP, and so we've outgrown our building, and we're looking at consolidating services with other organizations under one roof, so it's really clear to the community where they go to get business services. Because right now it's a little confusing between the chamber, the business incubator, the workforce center, and GJEP, and so we'd like to create kind of a one-stop shop. Anybody can walk in and they get filtered to the right organization to help them.
Great. Now, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to add or anything you would like to talk about?
Well, people keep saying, people act like I'm leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm moving about 3 blocks away. And I keep also saying that I'm just sitting at a different seat at the table. So I'm just really excited about the opportunity. I'm excited to go be a MAV. And the community is really poised for growth right now. And there's a lot of good things happening. And I think the proof is in the last year and how well we did during a global pandemic. So.
Thank you so much. We're really looking forward to seeing what you do moving forward and continuing to work with you to some
Thank you
capacity.
very much. Thanks.
Thank you.